Hare Krishna. Today we will again realize that Krishna is a complete genius. The way he created this material world is very, very smart, because we wanted to try to be happy separate from him. So he kindly gave us this whole place, the material world, to try to do that. But it comes with a price. It's not that easy. It's stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam that along with the creation of the material world, he infused the principle of fruitive work. Fruitive work means that yes, you may find some temporary happiness, but you have to really work for it most of the time, struggle. And the way he organized this is that if you struggle nicely, you follow the laws of the universe, then you can get some facilities for enjoyment. However, he also designed it in such a way that the more we turn our attention towards Krishna, the easier it gets. He actually explains in the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, text number 22, he says, Ananyas chintayantu mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nitya viyuktanam yoga kshemam vaham yaham. Those who worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Basically, it means that it takes no endeavor, really, in this world to live a happy and comfortable life if you surrender to Krishna and meditate upon him. We all know that whatever fruit we may accumulate is sooner or later taken away from us, if not before, at the moment of death. We lose everything: bank balance, home, wife, husband, children, mobile phone, and even this body we lose. However, any endeavor we undertake that will bring us closer to Krishna, that is not taken away. The famous verse in the 2nd chapter, verse number 40, Neha bikrama nashusti pratyavayana vidyate svalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat, where Krishna says, in this endeavor, in yoga, there is no loss or diminution. Even a small advancement can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So, fruitive work is something that most people are engaged in, particularly if we are conditioned in the mode of passion, because passion means intense work, endeavor, strong desires. So Krishna starts off in the Bhagavad Gita after he explained to Arjuna that actually you're not this body. He starts talking about karma. Karma means action. And karma yoga, that means how you can connect to Krishna, link to Krishna through work. And there are different stages. The first stage is called karma phala tyaga. Phala means fruit, and karma means action. And tyaga means to renounce or give up. So that means that you sacrifice the fruits of work, at least some fruits. You work dutifully, but renounces the results. He gives reference in chapter 2, text number 47. Let's see here. Text number 47. Krishna says that you have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty. That's interesting. Then in chapter 5, he is also talking about this. It's always best to go to the source. So he says, one who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme God, is not affected by sinful action, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. That's very beautiful. If you ever seen, I've seen some video clips of lotus flower when somebody drops water, and as the flower moves, the drop simply rolls around because it's not attached, it's untouched. Then, as the second stage of this yoga of action, karma yoga, it's called asakta karma or nishkama karma. And while the first step that could clean you from greed and possessiveness, then the second step of karma yoga can establish equanimity. This means you perform work without attachment. You work without craving success or fearing failure. That's in chapter 2 again, text number 48. Where Krishna says, be steadfast in yoga, O Arjuna. Perform your duty and abandon all attachment to success or failure. Such evenness of mind is called yoga. Then the third step, Ishvara Arpita Karma, that means when you offer the fruits of work directly to the Lord. You do not just give them up, but you offer them to Krishna. So they are consciously offered to the Lord, and that's a famous verse, the 9th chapter, 9:27. Yad karoshi yadashnasi yad juhoshe dadasiyat yad tapasyaisi kaunteya tad kurushva mad arpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. Well, Krishna speaks about himself now in third person. He doesn't simply speak about the Supreme Lord or Vishnu. He speaks about him, Krishna. The fourth stage of the yoga of action, that's getting even more interesting. Mad artam karma, or mat karma. That is work done for the purpose of Krishna. One only works because Krishna wants it. He desires it, not just to offer the results afterwards. While the previous step is action or karma that becomes devotional in orientation because it's directed to Krishna. Now this karma is fully aligned with bhakti. So we look here in chapter 18, text number 46. Krishna says, By worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all-pervading, man can, in the performance of his own duty, attain perfection. Also in chapter 12, there's another interesting verse, 12:10. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage, Krishna says. So this is like a transitional stage when you move away from fruity work towards Bhakti Yoga. And then comes stage number 5, Bhakti Misra Karma Yoga. That means the yoga of action mixed with bhakti, with devotion. Work becomes secondary and devotion is primary. And karma then supports bhakti. This we'll find also in chapter 12. This is texts 8 to 12. Krishna says, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me without a doubt always. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way you will develop a desire to attain me. And then the verse we just read, if you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness, that means there might be a lot of distractions, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. And then, if you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. The 6th and perfected stage of the yoga of action is called Shuddha Bhakti, Karma Sannyas. Karma Sannyas in essence. That's actually pure devotional service. Karma is no longer independent, only service remains. And that means that karma dissolves into bhakti, and that's the famous verse from the 18th chapter that we should know by now. Sarva dharmam parityaja mamekam charanam raja aham tvam sarva papibhyo mokshayishami ma shuchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. So one may say that in between the karma yoga, Krishna is also talking about jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Karma is for those of us who are active. We are engaged in work for whatever reason. And some of us may be attached to the fruits of it. The jnanis, however, they can see that for most time work results in suffering and misery, and they do not appreciate being entangled in this material world. So they reject the world and they simply cultivate knowledge, transcendental knowledge, which is also nice because that leads to liberation, freedom from suffering. However, it doesn't automatically lead to positive engagement in bhakti, because actions in bhakti is something that expresses love and affection for the Supreme Lord. It's a way to practically manifest your devotion. While in mukti, you're just temporarily happy because you don't have to suffer anymore. You're not entangled in action. So in one sense, somebody who is active does just have to change the mode of work, the consciousness in which he works, to transform it into bhakti yoga. So therefore it's said that if you're situated in devotional service, liberation that just comes automatically. Instead that you have to work hard and struggle for your existence, Krishna explains that he personally takes care of everything you need and he preserves what you have, right? So this is the secret. I hope that you will be able to connect the dots a little bit, how ingeniously Krishna has designed and transformed our ambition and endeavor to separate enjoyment, to work very hard, to get money, to get fame, to get knowledge, to get beauty, to get strength and power, how that's transformed into activities to please Krishna, right? Anyway, there's a lot of nice things to read in this wonderful book, Bhagavad Gita, as it is. Highly recommended reading. A few pages every day. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.